Hey everyone, so I wanted to do a build update. I said I was going to do one. I was unsure if I was going to do it, but I think I got to a state where I'm pretty okay with my current character. Diablo 4 Season 2 is coming out, and I'd like to cover that a little bit more and play that. So I think this is a good place to leave off with the current league, and yeah, overall I've had a lot of fun, and right now I'm kind of just grinding here and there for some divine orbs for fun and gambling, all the good stuff. All right, so let's get straight into the build. Um, without Grace on, or I'll just put Grace on. We have 1.9 million armor, and this is pretty good damage. We'll go into the deep dive of POB and stuff later. I am not capped on chaos res. I'm at 69%, which is perfect for me. It's the best number in the game. It's stronger than 75%, I believe. And let's take a look into the passive tree. So we cover all of our nodes with Tattoo of the Flock to get the percent increase of auras. And we'll start from the top here, I guess. We grab Elemental Overload for more elemental damage, as we are focused on lightning damage. We grab Tattoo of the Berserker so we can get Perma Onslaught. This is pretty nice. Allows us to move faster. Large cluster here with Combat Rhythm and Martial Prowess. Oh, sorry, Combat Rhythm and then Martial Prowess. This helps with our attack speed so we can attack a lot faster. We have some obvious introspection and 6% increased mana reservation efficiency skills. I tried to get all with Chaos Res. This one's pretty funny because I self-crafted this myself. If we check the price for this, this is like 135 divines, 130 divines, which is like unbelievable. It doesn't even have the 25 or 35% increased effect, but the price of it's pretty insane. Yeah, self-crafted it, got lucky, and I just ended up using it because it's pretty good, honestly. And yeah. Here we grab the Fire Mastery, regenerate 1 life per second for each uncapped fire res, which gives us a whole lot of life regeneration, but we don't actually regenerate life. I'll go more into that later. Sovereignty, obviously all the aura, mana efficiency and aura effects that we're gonna stack. We have a Thread of Hope here, massive, a massive radius. I actually did not know what this did. I didn't realize. I thought everything within it you can grab, so like I could get this here, but no, it's what's in between these barriers, and I actually made a mistake, and I got Elegant Hubris with like aura effect here. I was like, oh, why can't I grab it? And I realized that it's only in between the range here, so that was my bad. That was my mistake, but what can you do? Live and learn. Yeah, so we use the Thread of Hope and an Elegant Hubris combo, so we can grab more aura effect, evasion rating, because evasion is turned to armor, and more aura effect here. And yeah, so trying to get 2 of these is actually really good, and a bonus if you can get increased evasion or increased armor rating. That would help a lot too, to stack your armor even higher. I actually just realized I didn't put a tattoo on this, but oh well. Divine Shield for more energy shield. We'll go more into that later. We have a large cluster here. Martial Momentum, Martial Prowess. I feel like Martial Momentum is better than Combat Rhythm, but the uptime on the 32% increased damage, obviously that won't be the case maybe for bosses. But otherwise I feel like it's better just because the 60% increased accuracy rating while dual wielding, and we get more attack speed the higher accuracy we have with our current weapons. More small jewels with chaos res. This one's fire lightning. Would love to upgrade these eventually, but I don't think I'm going to invest further. Maybe play a little bit here and there, but yeah, you can definitely get like 25% increased effect, more chaos and fire res combinations. Here we just grab more life. Oh, another one where I could have put the tattoo for more increased aura effect. We have a Watcher's Eye, Prismatic Jewel. I actually sniped this really nicely for like 2 or 3 divines. But I think, how much did these go for? Let's see, 13 divines. Okay. I actually forgot to include this in the total price that we'll be doing at the end of the video, but my mistake. But yeah, I sniped this for like 2 or 3 divines. Yeah, so this is helpful because since we're not able to regenerate life because of Kaom's spirit, this stops life regeneration, but we get rage, so we can go berserk, and berserk is a huge damage modifier, damage reduction, attack speed, and so on and so forth. Yeah, this helps us have our sustain. So every time we hit, we get energy shield back, and energy shield is another defensive layer for us to keep us nice and healthy. And obviously we get the physical damage taken to as fire with the purity of fire. You can go with purity of elements too, but I think the purity elements one is a little bit more expensive. More armor. This gives us endurance charges. This is actually pretty nice. I like the endurance charges. That helps a lot. Bloodless. Here is another jewel here. I have Insatiable Killer and Martial Prowess. This one's pretty cheap to get. I got this one, Insatiable Killer, just because of Frenzy charges, which helps with a bit more with mapping, but less on bossing. Fire Cold Res. See, like, I can definitely upgrade this. Chaos Elemental Res. This is pretty good. 3% increased damage. And once again, I can get, like, increased effect or whatever. For a little bit, more mana reservation. Like, for example, I could fit in my Dread Banner onto my boots, but because the higher level of, sorry, not Dread Banner, Defiance Banner, the higher level of Defiance Banner reserves more mana, so I actually cannot allocate that unless I get more reservation. So maybe that's something I can do eventually. More aura effect, of course. We have one tattoo for leech, as once again we cannot regenerate life. We cannot absolutely regenerate life. And this iron reflexes, this is why armor stacking works. We get all our armor, put into evasion rating, and once again, like we saw before, whoops, let me do that. We have 359k armor, and as soon as I press the grace button, boom, 1.94 million armor. So it's pretty insane. Didn't mean to pull up the microtransactions tab. That was so hard to say. We picked this. Every 4 seconds regenerate life 1% to equal armor and evasion rating. This helps with berserk uptime. It goes down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and then there will be a point where it'll go down all the way here, but it'll go back all the way up because of this node. So that's pretty helpful. And the last jewel here is just to, I was honestly looking for anything, but yeah, trying to get more attack speed, and I really like the corrupted blood cannot be inflicted on you, and so I just grabbed that. So that's the passive tree, quick overview on it. I'll obviously put the POP into the description, and you guys can check out for yourself what it looks like. More accuracy here for ascendancy. Accuracy is equal to attack speed. I'll show our weapons actually here. I think, yes, yeah, there it is. 1% attack speed per 150 accuracy ratings. Obviously, these weapons have accuracy on themselves, and we want to stack accuracy for more attack speed, and which is why I was saying martial momentum might be actually better than combat rhythm, and combat rhythm gives 10% attack speed and 10% move speed. But I think the move speed is better. Depends on your situation, I would say. Unbreakable. This ascendancy node here is pretty awesome. This one's pretty awesome too. Stoppable is pretty awesome. I don't have to deal with like slows or anything like that. And I guess that's the passives. And we're gonna go into the POB pretty quick. Explain some stuff here. So our DPS is, so if I go to smite, where's my smite? Chestplate. Okay. So let's put one smite. So one hit of smite is 14.8 million. And if I put two, smite can hit twice. It can hit twice. Definitely can hit twice. It's 29 million, so we're almost at 30 million DPS. And we have the setup here, Guardian Pinnacle boss. We have our shocks, it's the enemy shocked. Rage. Have you used travel skill recently? Have you hit with weapon recently? We got this ticked. We got this ticked off. This one ticked off as well. Yeah, so this is the DPS is pretty. I'll be honest, it's pretty freaking low. But once again, this is my first take on my first serious league, and I've taken it to the end game. I'm able to kill, what is his name, Eater of Worlds Uber, which is pretty funny. With this jank scuffed Armorstacker. I can definitely do it better next time around, next season, but I'm pretty happy with the way it is now. I don't think I'll be investing more into this, but yeah. Not capped on chaos res, as you can see here, 69%, but once again, 69% is higher than 75. And that's basically what I've been working on. I'm very close to getting 2 million armor. I can change out these small jewels and get more armor, and there's like, the sky is the limit with this build. You can definitely do a lot more to increase the amount of armor, because the more armor you have, the more damage we have. And that's because of our weapons over here. 1% attack damage per 450 armor. So we stack tons of armor, we get tons of damage. Let's talk about the Mageblood. So Mageblood's amazing. This build without Mageblood feels pretty okay. But once I got Mageblood, oh man, it was just beautiful. Everything started coming together, you know, because you can put these flasks to 70% increased effect, but they gain no charges. But because the Mageblood makes it so that these effects are always on, it's just beautiful. It just works in harmony. Like the move speed, for one, is you're very fast, so I really like it. While you're mapping around, you can just run around really fast everywhere and stuff. Let me show that real quick. Yeah, so you just run around, and yeah, Mageblood's amazing, basically. To be honest, the next time I play this build, I probably wouldn't play it until I got Mageblood. Yeah, the chestplate here is pretty good here. This allows armor stacking because we have armors increased by overcap fire res. We want to stack our fire res as high as possible. We have 551 right now, and we can definitely stack that higher. I got a cheap one. Cheap, quote unquote. I started with a 3 divine orb one, but then it was kind of like trash, and I wanted one with a little bit better stats rolled. At least has 17% fire res. I paid like 20 divines for this one. It was way back when. This helmet's pretty cheap. It's like 30 chaos, but this is a very budget helmet. We're still using it because of the mana reservation efficiency. Gloves, we just wanted 2-level socketed duration gems, so this helps all our auras be a little bit better. The boots here, 2% socketed duration. I got the 4% increased maximum energy shield. It's not really necessary, but we want levels of gem, as Grace is currently level 28, and Grace is our main reason why we have so much armor, because it converts all our invasion into armor, which is amazing. Once again, I have Berserk in the boots. I can switch this out for Defiance Banner, but it screws up my mana reservation, but I can fix that definitely later if I feel like it. These rings, I think how much do they cost? Let's just say curse and then non-channeling crafted. 15 divine. Okay. I remember I bought these rings for like 1 to 2 divines, but then I kept trying to craft them, so I'd say the cost kept going higher and higher and higher. I was definitely trying to craft them with fire and chaos res. This one too, so it definitely kept costing me. I would say maybe like 10 divines each. Maybe 15 divines. Just because of crafting, and RNG hates me. Ashes of a Star. This is pretty like one of those things that's just really, really good. Obviously it's expensive, but it's great. Works well. Progenisis, another big item. This helps with survivability. Progenisis is pretty awesome too. Stops the hits taken, and it does it over 4 times. Over 4 seconds, not 4 times, what am I saying? and that helps with survivability and sustain a lot. And yeah, I think that's pretty much my current build right now as it is. I'm looking forward to next league. I'm definitely going to be playing a different build. I feel like Armorstacker Juggernaut, at least the way I went about it, wasn't done. It was done pretty good, I'd say, but like, once again, like, was it 14 mil hit DPS? It's kind of sussy. It's kind of low, I'll be honest. And yeah, let's go to the cost. You know, that's the one thing that's pretty interesting. I'm gonna pull it up here. So we got Progenisis. I'll make this a bit bigger. So we got Progenisis at 45 divines, Ashes of the Star, 45 divines, rings, 30 divines. I said 15 divines each, so yeah, that makes sense. Mageblood, 340 divines. This is obviously the biggest item. Elegant Hubris, I got that for 5. Thread of Hope, 35. Massive Radius, of course. 3 divines for the large cluster with Martial Prowess and Martial Momentum. 4 divines here for Martial Prowess, Combat Rhythm. The small clusters were 70 to 100 chaos each, and we need 6 of them, which is 3 divine. I'm not including the self-crafted one, because I got lucky with this, and this is 130 divines, but like, that didn't cost that much. Enlightened is 11 divine. We need Enlightened to help fit more of the auras in. Phantasmal Val Smite, 8 divines. Divergent Multi-Strike, 4 divines. Divergent Inspiration and Anomalous Incrustation, 5 divines each. We need that to help cast Grace onto our boots. Helmet's dirt cheap. Boot is 1 divine. We got 25 Tattoo of the Flux, which I could actually make 27. But yeah, so it would be like 8 to 9 divines. But let's say 8 divines for now, because it's the way it is. Not right now. And these weapons at max 10 attack speed is 4 divines each. Honestly, you can go with like 9 attack speed or 8 attack speed. That's fine too. So in total, I spent, I think I have my calculator here. Yes. If you can see, I started adding everything, but I'll do it again for the sake of the video. Let's go here. So we got 45 plus 45 plus 30 plus 340 plus 5 plus 35 plus 3 plus 4, and we're gonna go here plus 11 plus 8 plus 4 plus 5 plus 5. I may have screwed it up, but I think I'm doing pretty well. Plus 8 plus 8. There you go. 560 divine orbs. And I believe a Mirror of Kalandra is...
I cannot do this yet.
Actually, I can figure that out right now. If I go to my cards, mirror. Oh, just pull it out, I guess. Mirror of Kalandra is 620 divines. Why wouldn't it let me do that? Okay, whatever. Let's just say 620 divines. So we spent, oops, didn't mean to do that. Almost a mirror worth of divine orbs. And we did all that to hit 29 million DPS. Pretty good. Definitely could have been doing more with better decisions and choice making, but Armorstacker, you really have to invest a lot to get the numbers pumped up over here. So yeah, that's currently how the build is right now. One of the pros and cons about being an Armorstacker is like you're essentially kind of invincible because you have like all this ES and life leech. The only problem is like obviously if you're against the boss and they hit you and they're in a phase where you can't hit them back, then you're kind of screwed. For mapping though, you're basically invincible. For bossing and obviously Ubers, that's gonna be a little bit more difficult. One of the big cons about Armorstacker that I didn't realize obviously when I was starting out and started playing Armorstacker was that you need to, I guess, invest into reward ratio. So like it got to a point, obviously I invested to Mageblood, and that's when the build started to take off, right? Like I wish I known about that, but obviously it's best to learn through your own mistakes, man. I'm sure there's definitely videos out there saying like Armorstackers are really expensive, and well, now I know they're really, really expensive. Like you'd have to spend at least a mirror or two plus to get it to the point where you're like hitting really hard, just smashing and destroying everything. At least for the Juggernaut version. I did see one that's a Scion Armorstacker, and that one looks pretty good. Maybe I might give that a try next season as well. We'll see. But yeah, I just wanted to add that in. A little bit of pros and cons about this Juggernaut Armorstacker variant. And next league, I'm looking forward to maybe playing Spark or something. I want to give minions a try again, but I can't. Minions are really weird in Path of Exile. I'm trying to find a minion build where it's like chill and lazy, where I don't have to press too much buttons. Maybe 1 to 2 at most, like a travel skill, and then maybe like a debuff. That's about it, and just walk around, kill everything. But I don't really know how to do that yet, so I'll look into that maybe. But Spark looks pretty interesting. Looks like a fun skill, you know, bunch of sparks bouncing around everywhere, AoE clear and all that stuff. And yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward to next league. Once again, I'm going to be playing Diablo 4. Season 2 is coming out pretty soon, and I'm going to be covering that stuff because I actually really enjoy Diablo 4. There's a beauty and simplicity that I really enjoy about games that are more simplistic, like Last Epoch and Diablo 4. They're very simple compared to this game. In this game, you got like a lot of stuff, like you can, you know, modify your maps, add sextants, modify your maps even more, and all this stuff. So, you know, sometimes I just want to kind of like pick up and just go brain dead and go into the map. I mean, you can definitely do it with this game for sure, but yeah. That's about it. That's everything. Thanks guys for watching, and hope you enjoyed the video. Bye-bye.